Dave from DNA Reptilia here. Good news. Like a lot of other people, I got me a new snake. This one's from the Freedom Breeder sale. But the reason why I've been looking for something like this, again, it's not a good story to tell. Let's go. This is kind of story time, but I will get to unboxing that. So, more likely, you're going to skip ahead if you want to see what's inside the box. But here's the story. Back to when Facebook actually allowed animal sales on their platform, auctions and so forth like that, that was when we were starting to get our collection of ball pythons. You know, through the Facebook auctions from Ben Siegel, Florida Reptile Ranch, and Freedom Breeder auctions. I even did get a Bob Clark ball python at one time. This is before the whole issue he's having now. This is years ago. This was about 4 years ago. With that said, snake that I did purchase from a Freedom Breeder auction was something that was going to work into my projects strongly. A recessive project. Something that isn't worked with a whole lot. So that kind of intrigued me, and I liked how the colors were completely shifted. They were removed and then kind of added back in. The male that I bought at that time was young. He was about 100 grams. Grew him up. So about a year and a half later, I was able to finally breed him to a visual. You will actually see the locks that I got. You'll see one of them in our intro. The unfortunate thing is I did not get any eggs from that pairing. I also was worried about that pairing, about that female, because the unfortunate thing is the male did get RI. No, it does happen. I started treating for RI. I stopped pairing, but I was still worried about the female. The female is fine. She laid a clutch of eggs this last year, so she's fine. But the male, having RI, I was treating for it, and he dumped his water dish, so I had to change his bedding. And since I was treating him for RI, I cleaned his tub, his habitat. How I cleaned the habitat was what probably was his demise. First, I wiped everything out. Then I used a spray bleach, I used a bleach gel. Bleached everything out, because remember, I was treating for an infection, so I was trying to give him a complete sanitary area for him to live in. Bleach gel, rinsed it out, used Dawn dish soap, wiped it out, rinsed it, wiped it out again with some Dawn, rinsed it, and just did a quick dry, put the bedding in there. So I put him back in his enclosure, and then the unfortunate thing happened was that the next day he was going belly up, I'll basically say. I am thinking, because I used bleach gel, that the bleach gel, even though I washed it a couple times with Dawn dish soap, left some residue or some bleach, because I also did not let it completely dry. So I'm thinking bleach actually did him in. Bleach vapor or whatnot. It was heartbreaking. That's why I have his lock in the video, or in the intro, because I missed him dearly. I was going to try to work back at making my own to replace him, but Freedom Breeder was having a sale. They're having a liquidation sale. Everything that they had up on their Morph Market page was 50% off marked price. So they had this male up for $400. That means I paid $200 for this mail plus $75 for shipping. That was a good deal. So, had this mail delivered to the FedEx hub. Just got home from work. The box is completely sealed, so you guys get to see them as quick as I do. Some Freedom Breeder thank you cards, or actually they're advertisings for the rodent racks, the stainless racks, which I do have an FB70 or FB 1070 rack, so I do have Freedom Breeder racks, and I use their FB 40 series tubs for a bunch. Ooh, you can't really see that. Our business card. I don't use Cocoa Blocks, so sorry, that ad's not going to help. Alright. Now, like I said, it's a visual recessive, along with a incomplete dominant, I think, because there is a super form. I think that's what it is. Now, I'll tell you this right now. If you went back and looked at our intro, you notice the colors of the male locked to pastel Axanthic female. This male is an exact copy of that male. He does not look like that because he's young. They do color shift. I know that because this male is brown and white. Brown and like a beige white. There you go, peekaboo. This, ladies and gents, is a Coral Glow VPI Axanthic. This is what they look like when they hatch. Up until about, he'll probably look like this for about 6 to 9 months, and then he'll start to color shift. And the weird thing is, being VPI Axanthic, you would think there will be no yellows. Wrong. Yellows start to appear on the other side of the beige, or the tan, in the light beige areas will turn yellow, and these bands will have yellow flames on the inside of them. That intrigued me so much to keep going with the project, but like I said, I lost the male due to mistakes that I made. My mistakes. I took this opportunity to replace the male that I unfortunately did the wrong thing with. This is about 2 years ago that male was passed away. So I jumped. I jumped so hard. I contacted them that Thursday night that they posted up the video and said, send me invoice. I want the invoice. You know, I want to pay for this male. I want him so bad. You don't know how happy I am to be at this point again. That I actually have one. That I have this. Xanthic is the morph that really got me really sucked in to ball pythons, and is actually the recessive that I have the least of. But as you see now, I'm increasing it. I made some heads this year. I made some blackhead heads, so that'll be cool. I do believe I am holding back a female. So imagine a blackhead Coral Glow VPI Xanthic. That would be cool. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Jake 2.0.